Hello YouTube fans, this is TheSkullKlown. I'm here to talk about WrestleMania 38. I can't remember if I even made a video about this, to be quite honest. You know what? Let's go. Let's go actually. Let's go to my channel. Let me see if I talked about it. Let's see, WWE going to, the games. I have talked about WrestleMania. Okay. Sorry I forgot, even though it was a month ago. Anyways, I do need to talk about this again, mainly because we're getting close. We are getting close to WrestleMania, and I just want to say this. WWE, this is your last WrestleMania. Even if we go to 2023, that WrestleMania that you have for next year, for 2023, that literally would be your dead last. I'm not going to talk about no spiritual and enlightenment stuff for what's going to happen to other companies like WWE. I'm not going to talk about that. All I know is that what are you going to do? Actually, no, yeah. What are you going to do when what's after WrestleMania 39? What's after WrestleMania 39? Do you have anything planned after The Rock versus Roman Reigns? Do you have anything planned? You don't? In my opinion, alright, so, if you see me cut away and all that, it's because I don't want you guys to hear noises and all that stuff, but moving on. So, what do you think about this WrestleMania? What do you think about the card for WrestleMania? I've said this in my other video, most likely I did. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. I don't give a shit about it. You had that match since what, WrestleMania 28? No, sorry. WrestleMania 33? Was it at WrestleMania 33? No, it has to be at WrestleMania. What WrestleMania did you fight Brock Lesnar in? I think I was right, WrestleMania 33, right? With the roller coaster ride and all that. That's the best stage ever, to be honest. But that match, I still didn't give a fuck about it. Why should I? Quite loud. When I was watching the match with my sister, I was just like, they have no chemistry. Maybe on the mic, but when they wrestle, it's just the same shit. And then you then automatically fight at WrestleMania. Vince, you are trying so hard to push this type of these two guys to be like, oh yeah, they're like Austin and Rock. They're like Orton and John Cena. No. What's going to happen when Brock Lesnar goes to the Hall of Fame? Roman Reigns is going to induct him in and not Paul Heyman? And when Roman Reigns goes to the Hall of Fame, who's going to induct him in? Paul Heyman or Brock Lesnar? Oh no, we're going to have his eating children of a fucking cousin do it. People know that Kenny Omega is a fucking pedophile. So let me point this out of literally The Rock eating fucking goddamn babies. He admits it. I eat children. He literally admits that shit. Find that video on YouTube. I guarantee you will fucking goddamn find it. Right? And if you point it out and you put it on your channel, guess what? YouTube is going like, oh, no. And then WWE will also say no to that. Right? I want to say one thing too. If you guys still don't believe me how that shit is, that's your fault. That's your fault. Maybe you should bring your child over there. Oh, wait, that's right. You don't want to because that little back of your fucking mind might bother you a lot, right? So why are we still watching this company? Why are we watching this company? Are you going to watch WrestleMania? Hell, I said I might not, but if I'm hanging out with my sister on that day, most likely I am going to watch WrestleMania, But if I am going to watch it, I will talk about it. I don't care. I'm going to talk about how much of a dumpster fire it is. Because you have like probably 2 or 3 matches that people are looking forward to. Austin coming back fighting Kevin Owens. Some people might not care for that, but to be honest, guys, it's just going to be a spectacle. It's not going to be a match. It's just going to be a spectacle. A WrestleMania moment. And you know what? I don't care. I don't mind that shit. WrestleMania moments are meant to be there, you know? Sometimes I just wish they last a little longer, depending what it is. Like, for example, The Rock fighting a match for like a few seconds. Oh, but that guy that was part of the Wyatt family, he fought The Rock. You know, what a moment for him. Yeah. Like, I give a fuck. What did that do for him? Nothing. He got rock bottom by The Rock. Why the fuck should I give a fuck about any of the Wyatt family after that? The fuck's wrong with you? Seriously. Reasons why they gave Sister Abigail to Alexa Bliss. You guys might hate that or might hate her the way she is, but you know what? At least she's running with it and she's doing it. More than more than Bray Wyatt was, to be quite honest. Where is Bray Wyatt? I love how people say that, oh, he should go to AEW. I don't even watch AEW. And if I do, I barely watch it. Like, I barely even watch AEW, because WWE is my main fucking thing to watch wrestling. And if WWE shit, then I'm not watching anything. I'm not watching NXT. I'm not watching TNA, Impact. I'm not watching all of this shit. Because, again, you go to a fucking mall, you ask them, what's AEW and Impact Wrestling? They're going to be like, what the fuck is that shit? You say WWE or WWF? You be like, oh, cool. Okay, cool. That's what I'm saying. They're not household names. Yeah, they are. Only wrestling fans know these things, guys. Only wrestling fans know this. Okay? And look, I've been paying attention to the AEW stuff and everything like that. Look, people have admit this too, but I have to admit this también, that the AEW crowd, or the wrestling crowd, yes, and indie crowd, yes, but at the same time, they're not the general public. The general public that's in WWE also, that comes back, the audience, that's just the wrestling fans. I mean, some of them are fucking robots, and some of them are actually fucking goddamn demons on the fucking goddamn seats. Yes, there's actually recordings of some audiences looking like fucking demons. Don't fuck with me with this shit, alright? What world do you think we live in? You fucking idiot. All of you are idiots that you don't think you live in a world filled with fucking goddamn motherfuckers that want to eat fucking babies. Alright? I'm fucking tired of fucking people that shit. Go ahead and unsubscribe. I uploaded that fucking, the whole thing about the Censor 11, people unsubscribing, who, go ahead, unsubscribe. I really don't give a shit. You don't want to hear the truth? Go cry to little fucking mama and say that, oh, my feelings got hurt because a man told the truth. Alright? Shit. I don't give a fuck. You're just a number. I'm just going to get more people to subscribe to me anyways. Because those are the people that will understand and overstand, won't get butthurt or offended of anything that I say. Right? Because everyone, have you ever seen the intro to Arthur? Every day when you're walking down the street, everybody that you meet has an individual point of view. Right? I grew up with that shit. Alright? If you didn't, that's sad. That's a fucking sad case, man. That's a fucking sad case. What did you do? How were you fucking goddamn raised, right? But that doesn't matter. Because it doesn't matter. All that matters is that you don't have to show your kids this, or you don't have to watch this shit of WWE. No, you don't have to watch my videos. Okay, click. Alright, I don't care. But, wow, that hurts my feelings. If you watch it, cool. Thank you for watching. If you don't, well, I don't. Alright, you don't. Moving on. Sorry. So, Edge versus AJ Styles. That looks like it would be a good match. Just a Scream WrestleMania match, though. To be quite honest, yes and no, in my opinion. It feels like it should be a SummerSlam match or a Royal Rumble match, not a WrestleMania match. But yeah, I don't mind it. The thing is, too, you have Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. But you're not gonna have Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch. The thing that makes fucking more sense than putting Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair. You know why they're doing it? You know why they did that? Because they saw the WrestleMania fight in the main event that they were in, and me and my sister told ourselves that Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey have no fucking chemistry in the fucking goddamn ring. WWE shot themselves in the foot again and put themselves in the corner again. Fans are saying, yeah, let them fight. And WWE's like, no, we're not going to let them fight because did you see the last match they had? They had no chemistry. I'm like, yeah, of course they didn't have no chemistry. Charlotte Flair stole the show. She made both of them look like $1 million, but when they fought together, they looked like shit. That's when people complain about Charlotte Flair being in all these spots and all that. To be honest, I don't give a shit. She can fucking back it up. Can Ronda Rousey back it up? Could Becky Lynch back it up? Charlotte Flair is like literally the only woman that literally reminds me of Lita, China, Trish Stratus. Yes. If you don't think that, then that's fine. That's fine. You can hate Charlotte Flair all you want. Go ahead. And I can understand having a whole bunch of fucking titles and you'd be like, might as well be in the Hall of Fame at this point. And I agree. When you know how many titles she has at this point, you're like, so what does she has to do? This is the complaint that I always had with WWE too. You push them to the moon, and then you have other superstars that's been there for more than 10 fucking years, and you don't push them at all. You're staying as a mid-carder. Now, I understand, like, again, I understand that maybe you see their value in a way, you know? That's why some superstars leave. And they go to different companies. No, not like AEW. They just go to different companies so they can grow and be better. Kind of like, oh, I don't know, Drew McIntyre. Where's Drew McIntyre? How come he's not fighting in the title picture? Oh, you know, we're just going to have Drew McIntyre in our back pocket just in case Roman Reigns leave. So why are you not hyping him up? Why is he on pause? Why you have Drew McIntyre, your chosen one, paused? We should be seeing Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre facing each other. That is the true Austin versus Rock. Alright? Not that Brock Lesnar type shit. We know Roman Reigns is not going to be here until after next year. After, the WrestleMania of next year. Who is he going to fight after that? He doesn't have to fight Drew McIntyre if he fights The Rock. The fuck? I'll be like, dude, I fought The Rock. Why do I need to fight you? I'm retired. Bye. Good job, WWE. Good job. Good fucking job. You want to hype Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns so much over the years, and no one still doesn't give a shit. I never gave a shit since they fucking won. They don't have good chemistry. They never have and never fucking goddamn. Okay? Brock Lesnar's having fun. He is. He's having fun. That's fine. Let him have fun. So was Roman Reigns. Let them have fun on what they're doing. But when their fun ends, what's WWE going to do? What else is there for them to do? Brock Lesnar's not going to be here for that long. We all know that. Roman Reigns is not going to be here for that long. I already know that. And WWE thinks that he's going to be here for like 20 more years. Are you stupid? He's here for one more year and he's gone. Oh, what makes you think that? Do you really think he's going to stay here for that long? The way this company is, and he has no more opponents to fight. Who's he going to fight? The Miz? The Miz. He has no other opponents to fight. Who is he going to fight after The Rock? Hulk Hogan? John Cena's going to come back? Seriously, what is it? Was he going to fight fucking Randy Orton? To be honest, he should be doing that already. But no. Where are all your top talent? You having your top talent fighting fucking people that people don't give a fuck because you don't give a fuck about them. And since you don't give a fuck about them, why you hired them? So they don't go to other companies like AEW. So admit that you have competition and admit that you need to do better. But you don't want to admit you have to do better. It's literally like the 2K game. WWE goes to EA, if that's true, they go to EA so they can try to make a better wrestling product, but they're going to get the same shit what they get it from 2K. Has EA ever made a good game that everyone has been talking about from word of mouth and say, get this, and get that? No, they haven't. And don't tell me they have. No, they haven't. No, they haven't. They haven't had that word of mouth, like I've been saying, since literally the Harry Potter days, when they were selling Harry Potter games on the PlayStation 1 and 2, right? Ever since after the PlayStation 2 era, they died. They died. EA died a long time ago, right? Same thing with Activision. After the PlayStation 1 era, they died, okay? I'm surprised these companies are still fucking around. EA, Activision? Who are these companies? Who are these companies? Who are these companies? Seriously. None of them didn't went out of business. I am shocked. Because all the shitty shit that they fucking pumped out. They made a whole bunch of money in the fucking 90s? And they're just keeping afloat from that? From the 90s. Yeah, I doubt that. I doubt that one bit. I really doubt that one bit. Alright? Look at the state WWE's in too. Look, WWE is willing to fuck up thousands and thousands of times to literally sell their company to give it to someone else. Right? You could say they're going to give it to Disney. Go ahead. Go ahead, WWE. Give it to Disney. Go ahead. Give it to Disney for how much whatever Disney is willing to fucking pay for it. Then Disney is not going to put it on their streaming service. And if they do, put it on their streaming service, they're going to heavily censor that shit. You think you're going to see the Attitude Era from that? You think Disney's going to promote the Attitude Era? Yeah, I heard Disney is trying to, be more edgy, trying to be, because they're making these Marvel movies and they're heading to these Marvel characters that are literally violent as fuck, that their movies need to be rated R. I'll tell my friend that they eventually need to go to characters that are rated R characters. Why? Because if you keep doing Spider-Man all the fucking goddamn time, people are going to get bored. People don't want to see, a good-looking, Spider-Man all the fucking time. Maybe we want to see a gritty Spider-Man. Maybe we want to see Spider-Man that's so fucking pissed off that he would literally kill everyone in front of him. I want to see that Spider-Man. Alright? Alright? With great power comes great responsibility, right? So if you fuck with me, I fuck with you. It's like that. I want to see that Spider-Man. Can we get that Spider-Man? Because there's another thing I always complain about that too. Stop giving us the young Spider-Man. Fuck you. Fuck you. I want the old Spider-Man. The old Spider-Man that literally is... all his rogues galleries are either dead or in jail. And he's fucking scarred so many times and he's a loner. That's my Spider-Man. Okay? That's my Spider-Man. And everything he touches gets fucked up. It doesn't matter if it's love, doesn't matter if it's his friends or family, it gets fucked up. Because literally the world he lives in, he's a superhero. Okay? Seriously, man. That's the type of shit that I want with my Spider-Man, with my superhero movies. And the thing is, WWE can, I've said this thousands of times, WWE can grab that, the whole Marvel stuff, the whole DC stuff, they can grab that opportunity and crank on it. WWE, I don't care if anyone from WWE heals this or anything. I don't care if Vince, Triple H, Stephanie, I don't care who, alright? I don't care if any of your fucking pedophile friends fucking heal this shit too. Back in the fucking day, the golden era, if you want to call it that, back when Hulk Hogan was around, you were doing that shit. Everyone was literally a superhero or super villain. So why not, you're not looking at that and bringing it here. And I'm not talking about the mindset of the times. I'm talking about the concept of how you had these wrestlers. Okay? Because that's what they are, they're wrestlers. And yes, I understand and understand what some people are saying. And I agree with it too. If you are a wrestler, don't be on TV. Don't be on TV. Because you're just going to be, if you're on TV, you're there to entertain people. Okay? Seriously. That's the problem I have with AEW. You guys want matches upon matches upon matches upon matches, no story building and all of that shit. Same thing what WWE is doing. We hit a new era. Ever since these indie people came in and all that, we hit a new era of like, hey, fuck storytelling. Fuck hyping shit up. Because people just want to watch people fight. This is the same complaint I have with the UFC and the MMA. What are they fighting for? Oh, they're just fighting. No story build or anything like that? No. Then it sucked. It sucks. Why should I watch MMA or UFC? Just to get someone's ass kicked? What's the story? Do they hate each other? Do they talk shit? And I'm not talking about online, because I don't give a fuck about that shit. Ever since we hit that fucking social media era, everyone wants to fucking want to fight online and shit like that. Like, it's like, they talk shit on Twitter. Like, imagine a wrestling promo of them talking shit on Twitter. Imagine that shit. Imagine a wrestling promo, just tweets. I'm gonna kick your ass on WrestleMania. Oh yeah, we'll see about that. Imagine that. At this point, I want to be surprised. Fuck making promos. Just grab their tweets and make a fucking promo out of that. Seriously. The fuck's wrong with you people? God, like... And then you're gonna have these wrestlers too not, be themselves. Because being themselves is what got them to the dance. Like Austin and The Rock, and John Cena, and Eddie Guerrero, and Chris Benoit, and Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar. Say isn't so! So, do I have to literally guess that all your superstars in the back of the locker room literally kiss everyone's ass layer? Including the fucking pedophiles? Including the people that had been literally... including the people that had literally touched divas, women wrestlers. They got scarred, and they couldn't say anything because the way WWE is, and then they killed themselves, or they died. This is the promotion. This is the fucking company we support, and this is the company we're supposed to watch. How is this company not hanged from a noose already? I'm dead serious. How is this company not, taken out and showed everybody how pathetic they are and then hung them on a fucking goddamn noose? That's the same thing with some AEW wrestlers like Kenny Omega. Alright? Why all these wrestlers and people in the back of the fucking foreground of the wrestling business can do this stuff? Something you need to think about, guys. When you guys think that, everything's all hunky-dory and shit like that, but yet people like this can get away with that shit. Don't tell me you live in a fucking beautiful world or a heaven world when shit goes around like this. Have you ever heard the quote of all the demons are not in hell? They're here on this planet. Have you heard of that quote? You better believe it now, motherfucker. You better believe it now. Because if you don't believe it, then where's the creativity in wrestling? Where's the creativity in fucking video games? There still is. Same thing with wrestling. But the thing is, with wrestling, you have to go outside of the television, the TV, to find what you're looking for. Because what they have here is bullshit. Okay? For crying out loud, you go to you watch indie stuff outside of the TV stuff, obviously, and they are more coherent of storytelling. You just have to go with them with every place that you go to. You need to have a lot of money for that, but at least there's a consistency of a storytelling in there, you know? But here there isn't. So, WrestleMania 40 is around the corner. I hope you know that. But we're not even going to make it to WrestleMania 40. We're not. And even if we did, the roster would be not... What do you have to give to WrestleMania? You're still doing 2 hours of WrestleMania. You can't field a 2-hour WrestleMania. Look at your card. Look at your fucking roster. You can blame them, but it's also on you. These motherfucking piece of shit fans can blame the wrestlers too, but then they forget to blame the fucking goddamn fucking company. Those are not the fans. Those are piece of shit motherfuckers, alright? They're fucking piece of shit motherfuckers that are not fans. They're not fans. They never have been, and they never will be. Okay? Don't say that you're a fan and then automatically say that these wrestlers suck. And then you can't put out the bullshit what WWE's doing too. Like, yes, I can understand the complaint with them because they're not pushing themselves and not telling Vince to fuck off. I'm doing this shit. Because if I was in WWE, I'd be like, you need to put a shotgun to my fucking head and shoot me for me to do what the fuck I want outside of that fucking ring. Kind of like what CM Punk did when he talked in the mic, basically. Ever since that CM Punk stuff and the Dan Bryan stuff, WWE doesn't want all of that shit. And we've been knowing that shit for a while. We talked about this on this channel too. You think WWE wants the same stuff that what happened with Bryan and CM Punk? What do you think they're doing what they're doing with their wrestlers? It's some idiots around here who don't fucking see that shit. All you guys see is like, oh, they're just paying attention to indies and shit. I'm not going to argue with that either, but there's layers on top of layers of what is affecting this shit. And all you got, and some people are just paying attention to one layer, and one layer, and one layer, and one layer. And then they're making more layers on top of that layer. And I'm just like, you're creating your own structure that it's literally nowhere to be found. Because this structure right here has a whole bunch of shit. You just took one and made it your own. You sad puppy. You sad fucking puppy. Just to get your fucking argument across. I will agree with you and all that shit, but for you to just not consider the other shit is bullcrap. It really is. It's bullcrap. And it makes you look like shit. In my eyes. It makes you look like shit in my eyes. And why should I even fucking trust you? That's why it's very hard for me to trust a lot of YouTubers around here. There's probably 5 YouTubers or 5 people that I know on YouTube that I trust. Everyone else, fuck off. Fuck off. Alright? And you know what? 5 of those is fine. All you need is 5. You don't need a 20 or 10. Because those 20 or 10 people can fucking betray your ass and fucking talk shit about you. Then I know. You know? And again, if people disagree with me and all that stuff, that's fine. That's fine. If you disagree with me with some of the stuff I said about WWE and stuff, that's fine. But at least do your research about how this company is. Especially how they were back in the fucking 70s and 60s, man. This company is old. Look back at their history, man. Alright? And don't think that they changed just because the time has... Guys, no, it hasn't. Alright? That's like saying the founders of Warner Brothers have changed their mind because times have changed. No, they're still racist motherfuckers. People, you and I know that WWE is literally racist as fuck. So if I go to WWE and, for example, a brother goes to WWE, how come they don't push Brock Lesnar? I mean, how come they didn't push Mark Henry to the moon? Same thing with Booker T. See, this is why, I know there's not enlightenment stuff, but the reason I mention that is because they know who we are. They know exactly who Hispanic are, alright? And I'm talking about Afro-Hispanic, not that fake Hispanic shit with fucking literally lazy hair. I'm talking about Afro hair. If you have Afro hair, you belong here. You belong here. You belong in this planet. Okay? And that's something that these motherfuckers, these wrestling companies, don't want to fucking promote. They would never want to put a fucking brother with a WWE championship match. Oh, the main event of WrestleMania. Oh, but look at Kofi Kingston and The Rock. Main event WrestleMania, close the show. And The Rock doesn't associate himself as black, which is fucking... In a spiritual way, I understand. Because black people basically are not really black. They're actually Anunnaki. They're Aboriginal people. That is what we should be calling ourselves. We're Aboriginal people, basically. But The Rock doesn't want to call himself an Aboriginal, even though his father is. He wants to be more of an orc, more of a virus of a Hawaiian than a native person that came from his planet. You see the mindset of some of these wrestlers. For crying out loud, you have fucking, AJ Styles saying the water's flat. Look, I'm not getting deep into that shit because it's not in my other channel, but I want to point this out, the mindset of some of these fucking goddamn wrestlers. The fuck's wrong with all of you? And the thing is, the reason I get so mad at some wrestling fans is because they have this stupid mindset too, right? Some of us have started away from being wrestling fans and all that have literally looked at these fans and we're like, you're crazy, you're fucking nuts. Shout out to the Myers fan act. Shout out to you, man. You pointed out that the Halloween fan base is fucking insane, and you separated yourself from it, basically. You know, I did that too, because I realized a long time ago that these type of fan bases are fucking insane and literally don't give a fuck about no one's opinion but their own. And if someone tries to rattle their beliefs, they will literally try to do everything possible for you to, quote unquote, get canceled. You see the mindset? You see the shit that we have here? And then you have companies like WWE that don't push themselves hard enough because stuff like this we don't want to offend people. And it doesn't have to be WWE. It could be Disney. It could be Warner Brothers. Hell, it can even be McDonald's itself. It could be any company. It doesn't matter. I just use WWE as an example since we're talking about WWE, you know? But these companies have to do better. They have to do better. We're moving to an age that they have to do better, because if they're not, they're going to die. I hope you know that. Their companies will literally die. They can't make it. So if you want to have a company that will make it, don't fuck over people. We're moving to a new age that you fucking over people is not going to work anymore. It's not. You are going to get exposed quickly, and whatever you're doing is going to die off quickly. It doesn't matter. No ifs, ands, or buts. All right? Technically, if you want to say, there's a high order that's watching this plan that's making sure shit like that doesn't get fucked up. But it goes more deep into that because they're not, wrestling. Like, for example, if extraterrestrials came here and they saw the wrestling stuff, they won't give a fuck about that. They just let that shit die and make their own and they probably have their own wrestling stuff. Like, why would I care saving these orcs wrestling stuff when I have my own stuff? I don't blame them. Let the WWE company die. It's made by fucking people that are literally disgusting. Okay? Seriously, man. So, where are we going to stand with this company? I mean, I'm not saying you can't watch them. I'm not saying you can't observe them. I'm not saying that. Do all those things. That's fine. Have an opinion and look at them and see, but be like, damn, man. It's not like we don't have hope for this company being good again, of course. But how come it's funny. Some of us will say that how come we can't have an era like the Attitude Era or the Ruthless Aggression Era? I'm not saying we should have those eras back, because you can't bring those eras back again. They're past. They already passed, I'm just talking about looking at those eras and being inspired by those two eras and literally creating a new era that will bring the casual and the main fans of wrestling coming together again. That's all you need. WWE really needs the general public to come, but the general public doesn't give a fuck about WWE. Why? Because you insult their intelligence. You basically told them, you're watching this shitty product and we could do anything you want and you would still come and buy it. Or watch. And then automatically people that were smart enough, that were like, oh, well, then I'm out of here. If you think you're going to trick me, then I'm out of here. I'm putting my money somewhere else. And people have. And the thing is, too, what's WrestleMania going to look like? What's the fucking arena going to look like? I guarantee you this. I fucking guarantee you this. WWE is going to move to a new location of an arena because they can't feel a 2-night arena. They can't feel that shit. Even if they feel one night, you think they're going to fill up another night? 4 hours. Or 5 hours. Or 7 hours. And then the next day, another 7 hours or 4 hours. Are you stupid? I said this before and I said it again. A long time ago, I did say that, hey, If I was a kid, more wrestling the better, you know? And the thing is, too, back then, we were so gullible. We were so naive, literally saying, oh, cool, more time? Yeah, you could promote, new characters, have more time for more storylines and shit like that. We were so fucking stupid and gullible that we thought, hey, if WWE went to 3 hours, it could be good for some of the, wrestlers that don't get much time on screen. No. Because the people... WWE can't fucking figure that shit out. Because all the people that's right there in front of them, they either don't care for it or don't want to listen to them. Or even if they'll bust their ass and give a good match, Vince is still not going to listen to them. This is something I do want to point out, guys. Back in the Attitude Era, everybody was over. Even the scrawny guys. Even the fucking people that didn't... even the people that want World Heavyweight material. For crying out loud, back in the day, Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero, did you ever saw those two guys going to the World Heavyweight Championship or the WWE Championship? No. It wasn't until the 2000s they were. Most people were like, yeah, because they were there for a long time, or they just needed those wrestlers. Did they really, though? Did they really? They had other wrestlers that were bigger than Chris Benoit and Eddie. But they gave them the title runs. They gave them fucking shit. Why? Why? Because they were respected and loved. Right? And they had a history of wrestling that no one, they had a history, they had a lineage of wrestling behind them that was like, hey, don't fuck with me, basically. And some of these, and I bet you some of these fucking wrestlers that go to WWE and AEW and Impact, they probably don't have that. And if they do, I don't know. What do you want me to tell you? Should I just tell you to just leave and make your own wrestling promotion? You know? And I'm not saying, oh, make one so you can get rid of WWE. I'm not going to be that people. I'm not going to be that person. Right? WWE is killing themselves. Alright? So any other wrestling company that sees WWE, just pick up the pieces. Literally, pick up the pieces. Or when you see WWE dead on a fucking carcass with with bones and shit like that, just chew on the bones. Chew on the leftovers. Because I guarantee you this, when WWE falls, when it's literally gone, other wrestling promotions will follow. I hope you guys know that. They will. They will follow. They will follow. And then WWE is going to laugh at that, and they're going to be like, you see, there's only one. They will say that. But at the same time, people are going to look at them and be like, I don't know why you're laughing. You don't even have a company anymore. But hey, I guess you're laughing because, you're living on an island. And Triple H, are those daughters yours? Or they're somebody else that you kidnap? You see, this is stuff you need to pay attention. Because I hope you guys do know this. WWE is just getting propped up for them to sell. That's why they fucking all this shit up. Okay? They don't give a fuck. Someone's probably going to say, you mean to tell me WWE is doing this on purpose for them to just sell and just bank, basically? Just live on an island somewhere? Yeah. Most likely. What do you think they're doing this for? What is the main goal for this? For what they're doing? To kill their own company so they can sell it, then there was nothing left. So all they could do was just reruns. Kind of like what they're doing with Looney Tunes, actually. They just do reruns. They just, show them. And WWE has tons of back catalog. They can just rerun all the wrestling stuff. And to be quite honest, guys, if WWE did that, if there was no more WWE and they started doing that on on a network or some shit like that, on a website, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't mind. I would have been like, at least I can watch this, I can watch that. And I don't have to fucking look at a business that's literally killing themselves while they're still alive. To be honest. I'd rather see WWE dead and have their collage of all wrestling stuff be played on TV or on network somewhere than them just doing what they're doing. To be quite honest. And I think that is the main goal. Kill your own fucking thing so no one else won't get it. And if they do buy it, they just rerun shit and WWE's still going to get more money because they just rerunning it. from the golden era to the shit era. Don't call this the reality era or anything like that. This is the shit era. Right? When did the shit era started? The shit era started when John Cena started feuding with R-Truth. That was the shit era. Right? I said the shit era started in 2012. I'm gonna say that. The shit era started in 2012. It makes sense, actually. Or 2011. 2011 or 2012, that's when the shit era started. Right? You could be Pacific or what era, reality, the Brian or something, or CM Punk. You could do that if you want. You could do that, but I'm gonna say 2012 to 2023 was the shit era of WWE. Or the death era, actually. Actually, no, that makes sense. The death era. So tell me what you guys think down below about WrestleMania and WWE in general. Do you think that WrestleMania would be good? Are you looking forward to WrestleMania? Do you think this company is just doing what they're doing just to sell it and not care anything, just to live on an island somewhere? Or you think there's hope at the end of the day for WWE? Do you think that there's hope that WWE will rise from the ashes and become good again with a new era? What would you call the era? Resurrection era? Seriously, what will you call it? The Phoenix era? Which, you know what? I will call that. That sounds badass, actually. If WWE came back with a new era and it was amazing, like the Ruthless and Attitude and a little bit of the Golden era too, then I definitely would have been like, yeah, the Phoenix era. I would definitely call it the Phoenix era. Why? Because they came from the ashes and became something better. They died and became something better. So there's that. And I think that's really it. A lot of people might have the mindset of like, oh, Triple H Sqawn or Shane Sqawn. Guys, they're not going to run because Vince just is going to give it to his daughter. Right? And if she doesn't run it, she's going to give it to someone else. Actually, from what I heard a while ago, that Vince does not want to give it to Shane, Stephanie, or Triple H. And they're like, what? Literally, Vince McMahon does not trust none of them to run this shit. So he's going to give it to someone else that probably doesn't know shit about this crap. Some people might say that, oh, he might give it to The Rock. So if The Rock grabs WWE and he makes it good, what are we going to call that? The Rock era? And somehow this motherfucker, piece of shit, makes this shit good, I'll be surprised. I would be fucking surprised. But I guarantee you this, if he does, he will have his daughter be in the front light and be fucking promoted and shit, most likely. If not, then okay, then. He learned his lesson. He probably looked at that and it's like, no, I'm not going to have my son be at the top of the female business. Yo, that's it, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. And tell me what you guys think.